Welcome back to our National League 2026 finals day. We're currently just at the start of end 2 of Leicester Giraffes versus Bury Boccia. We've got Leicester Giraffes playing red. They scored 3 in end 1. And we've had a really nice first ball there from Bury. Leicester looking just to lay up into the jack here. They've got plenty of room to do so. Yeah, he found that line really nicely there. Good chance for Bury to knock on that blue. It's just gone a little bit short. They've got plenty of chances to knock that on. They're going to come out and have a look maybe. No, they've decided against. Yeah, Izzy's out to have a look at this. Yeah, just confirming that line. Comfortable knock on here. She's got there, really nice. That short blue in there. Really, really nice shot. Just nestled in between the two. She's used that gap nicely. Leicester just looking to go in between that suede ball. Yeah, that's it. Found the gap nicely there. Brought the jack back slightly, create more space. And of course our winner today promotes up to the Super League. So the winner of this match will be promoted, and next season will play in the Super League. And the team that came bottom of the Super League table this year will play in the National League. The National League takes the format of each region will have several leagues within it, and the winner of each of those balls will then come to a day like this. We're at Castle Farm Leisure Centre in Kenilworth on a very, very warm day. And our winner here will then play in 3 Super League days next year. A little bit wide on that ball there. Left as we're looking at it's just pulled out slightly. Just taking the time to line up the shot. Plenty of space from there. We've also got the bronze medal match on the court next door. Fortunately, we haven't been able to stream that, but we've currently got Stockport playing Peterborough for the bronze medal. Bury, of course, going out for another look, which they can do at any point in their time. Just discussing if they can create a little bit more space for themselves, or whether to transition into more defensive play. Got 4 more balls. They're probably looking at this point still attacking a little bit. In 1 or 2 balls time, I'll move to more defensive, just keeping that jack protected. They've got a ball within pretty close proximity to the jack. We don't need to worry too much about losing too many points. That's really nice. That red has really wedged itself against the jack. That's very all played out now. Leicester have got a chance to really come through that wall if they can get some power behind the next shot and break open those blues. just confirming the score here. Obviously with a scoring circle that tight, you just want to confirm before they carry on playing. They're also deliberating if they stop, don't play any more balls. Very, very tight. And the equidistant balls. So Leicester have got a chance now to come through that wall of blues, create some space. If they can nudge that jack back into the two reds that they've got there. Just a little conversation about what their best option is here. They've got a few. They can either bring that jack back slightly, they can try and put one, take out that blue on the far left as we're looking at the screen and lay up into it. Realistically at this point their best chance is to bring that jack back. They've asked for a measure, it's a good call. They've got the time currently. A little bit of space there, we can see how wide those calipers are going down, so nothing's too close to that side that they can't. And they've stopped, they've declared their points there. They've decided they'll take the points as on. For them at this point, wasn't their jack, they've managed to take a point out of that. Yep, that's confirmed as 1 red for that end. 4-0 up after 2 ends is a good decision by them. And we'll go into the minute.
There we go, you're off.
We got there, David. Connected. Oh, there's that one.
What do you mean? This?
Oh, the socket.
The socket? Yeah. Yeah, you see the hazard tape? That's where we're going.
15 seconds.
And we're back for end 3 of this final match of the day. Going to have Jack now out by Leicester Giraffes, who currently are leading 4-0. And they've gone for a really long jack. Up towards probably 7.5, 8 metres there. First ball's come slightly to the left from our perspective, slightly right for theirs. A little bit long, but that jack could move backwards quite easily, and they're still well within scoring range there. Very just trying to lay up into this. They've got plenty of space to do so. Just get a nice line in. Ball bounce slightly on the way up. It's gone a little bit short, but good for a knock on there if the same player wanted to take again. Looks like they're going to try and play around that, given it's gone a little bit short. Yeah, Izzy's out to have a check now. The angles their players have got, really good goal. Just having a little conversation about the best way to use that ball that's gone a little bit short. for them now, they don't want to send that jack back. They would primarily want to keep it where it is with the full awareness that that red is well within scoring.
Okay.
That's unlucky there from Berry. They've gone for a layup into the jack, going straight round that short blue. It's gone pretty much next to the red that was played. So they're now slightly less concerned if they bring that jack back, they've not opened themselves up too much. Gone for that layup again, they're just dropping a little bit short of Berry here. Tried to knock on that suede blue, nudged it round a little bit. They're starting to play more defensively, which is good to see. Just trying to get in the way to stop Leicester capitalising on the space between the jack and that first blue. They're still looking to play an attacking shot up the side of that little cluster they've created, but keep that cluster intact. Given actually they're significantly in the way of all of the Leicester players there. Just discussing who's got the best shot. I think it's going to be the player in box 2 takes this. Just comes up from our perspective the right hand side of the jack. Obviously for them it will be the left. Good line on that, just a little bit far. Just stopped 70 centimetres short of the back line there. Just struggling to get a ball to stop in front of the jack within the scoring circle there from Berry. Yeah, but good defensive shot there from Izzy. She likely wanted that to come a little bit further, but she's just bumped into that blue. Leicester now, they've got plenty of space to come up. If they can get round, likely our player in box 5 has plenty of space to come up. Player in box 1's going to try and cut that side where Berry just tried to get a ball in. If he can just control the pace of this. That defensive block there from Berry really coming helpful for them. Really nice shot there from Neil, captain for Leicester, just knocked those two reds in. Line 3 now to red probably. Really nice shot, that's what he's done. Neil's created a really good target there that isn't just a jack for his players. Really, really good decision making. Neil just directing Joe there. Yeah, there's a really nice pocket there. Neil's identifying anywhere in that circle gets them in for the point. It's looking like it's going to be 4 or 5 here for Leicester. It's just dropped a little bit short there from Joe. Just needs to increase that power, another 50%. Power was much better that time, he's just missed the line. But it's still a comfortable 4 points for Leicester that end. Just confirming that score. Leicester have done really well there to find that space around that wall. Really good shout from Berry to try and defend it a little bit. They created the cluster was a little bit too tight, arguably needed to spread those balls out a little bit more, get in the way of each player rather than just block that central line-up. Captain's out to have a look at this, given they're sat so far away from it, just to confirm they agree with that score. Leicester obviously happy with that. That's there, yep, confirmed 4 points for red. Takes us into 8 red, 0 blue into that next end. And we'll go into the minute.
1 minute.
Coach is now on, talk to their players in that time. 60 seconds to get all the balls back. Looks like we're going to have a substitution from Leicester. That's absolutely permitted in the National League. No. We've got a substitute for each team. Yet Bury have brought their substitute on. I think Leicester's still making that decision. Potentially wait until the next end, given Bury are bringing on their substitute. Yeah, that's spot on. So we've got a substitute into box 2 for Bury. Yeah, Leicester deciding they'll hang fire on their substitution. And we just get ready to go into end 4 of this match. Captain for Bury, Izzy, now has the jack, just lining herself up there. Aiming for a mid-court jack, it seems like, from them. That's just come out of court, it looks like there. Jack's been fouled, I would guess. Yep. Yep. Referee just confirming it's definitely crossed that line. For us, it looks like it has, but she's probably going to get a check on that from the head referee. Yeah, we're going to have our assistant head referee Jan on with some paper just to confirm it has crossed that line. The angles can look very, very deceptive depending on where you're sitting. Yeah, Jan confirming there, she can see that ball is out of court. So, foul jack. That's unfortunate there. They'd got the mid-court range they were looking for, just a little bit wide. Seems like their target was probably in between those tram lines, which always runs the risk of a ball or a jack ending up out of court, but just couldn't keep it inside. Really unfortunate for them. Jack now passes along to our next player. So likely will now play towards the opposite side of the court, closer to the majority of his teammates. Yeah, they're just discussing where to play that jack. They've gone very, very central there. Joe just playing the ball slightly over to the left as we see it of that penalty box. Just under 5 metres. Really good first ball, a little bit too much power on it. Sprung back off the jack slightly, nudged it a little bit more towards that penalty square. But very, very close to the jack, has got a really nice circle there. Bury, however, got a lovely little gap they can play a ball into. Don't even have to end it. The jack can land in between the two. Just use both as cushions there, especially if they've overshot like they did with their jack just now. Really, really good shot there. Great contact with the jack, and they brought it a little bit further away from that red as well. Leicester now, they can use that blue as a cushion, try and create almost a triangle of the balls there, both with contact on the jack, or they can go straight up, potentially try and bring the jack back and almost start again. Great effort there from Neil. Just couldn't quite get around that blue, but he's nudged it out slightly. It has moved slightly right from our perspective here. Pushing it out slightly. He can either knock that red again, try and spring the blue out to the side, but it looks like he wants his players to come up almost in between the two reds that you can see. Just taking that time on that. Really, really nice knock on there from Joe. Still a little bit short. Looks like it's not quite as close as that blue. Yeah, they're just a little bit further out there. Again, going to try and knock on that front red. There it is. Really, really nice. They've pushed that blue slightly further towards the penalty square as well. Brought that red in. And they've still got that red on the left from our angle. Should they need a second, should they want the second point there as well. Much tighter end this time. Both sides really staying a lot closer to that jack. Now we've come to that centre court position rather than up at the 7.5 metres. Looks like they're going to go for that knock on again here, try and nudge that front red in and keep pushing that blue out to the side. Yeah, really nicely done there. That's what they've been looking for, and they've put that red really nicely at the back, gone over the top. Gives them space if they want to bring that jack back a little bit with the next couple of balls. Creates a safety net for them as well. Means Bury are probably not going to be too comfortable springing that jack too far back, straight into that red. We're very, very close to those balls there.
Yeah, I've just gone around and shot the blue.
Yeah, they're going to take the nice knock on there of that blue, just nudge it into that jack. You don't need a lot of power on it. Just wedge it in there. Looks like Abdi in box 2 is going to take that shot. He's got a really nice line onto that. Doesn't need a huge amount of power. Just come a little bit far wide with that. Just pulled right a little bit for him. A little bit of deliberation there from Bury. Really, they want to be looking to play defensively here. Stop Leicester getting too many points out of this end. Really nice ball there. She's managed to put that block in and nudge that blue forward a little bit. Potentially getting it quite slightly in contact with the jack. Not quite got it in there. That's really unfortunate for them. But they're still doing well ball economy wise. They've got 3 balls to 1 that Leicester have left, so potentially can try and force that red out to our left if they push that blue forward. Again, driving very close to those balls there. Wouldn't want to disrupt an end this tight.
Well, that blue here.
Yeah, the second sway.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's conversation here about whether they can get those swades nudged forward a little bit, potentially nudge the red out. It's good play from Leicester though to keep those 2 balls wedged as close to the jack as they have, and that one just behind. Ben just taking his time with that shot. Oh, really, really nice shot from him. Exactly what they needed there. Just nudged those forward a little bit, and his ball's sprung back, but it's not gone too far. It's still sat just in front of the jack. So really, really good shot from him. And he's done it really, really nicely there. Brought those blues in. They've got contact with the jack. Leicester now out just to have a look at what they can do with their last ball. Leicester at this point likely just going to try and stop those balls being nudged any further, potentially try and cut that red back inside towards the jack as a safety net, but yeah, it looks like they're going to try and do that, cut that red back inside. Difficult shot, but probably the right call here. It's just bounced over there. Leicester have played all their balls, so Bury now have 2. Could really get themselves back into this game here. Has done really well this end, especially to come back from that foul jack. Done really, really well to get themselves into this end. They have played quite conservatively all day. They might well call it here, but just confirming the score there. Currently 1 blue. Ben did that great shot with his previous ball, so looking to see if he can maybe nudge the jack back slightly, give them 2, get it away from that red just in front of it. No, they're going to make the decision to stop there. Just not play those last 2 balls. Yeah, they're going to call it there at 1 blue. Captain's likely to come out and have a look at this, I think. Oh, they're happy with that. It's 1 blue. Bury back in that game a little bit there. They've done really well to take the point, especially after that foul jack. Really, really nice play from them. And that is us into the 1 minute.
1 minute.
And that's us into end 5 of this match. We've had the substitution there from Leicester. Just in time to play the jack.
Please, now he's got that one again.
And we've got, yeah, the substitution has been made for Leicester. Going to play the jack now from box 5. Likely going to play a little bit longer, slightly more central. Yeah, there it is. Probably 7 metres there. Maybe a little bit more. A lot more central than we've had the last jacks from them. Unlucky first ball there. A little bit long, a little bit towards the edge of the court. Nice easy layup here for Bury. Can really get themselves back into this game. Come up a little bit short, gone a little bit to the right from our perspective. It's not a bad start for Bury. Leicester now capitalising on the fact that ball has left them a lot of space. If they wanted to, they could bring that jack back slightly towards that red, the red first ball that came a little bit far out. Unlucky there for Leicester. Just couldn't quite get in the inside of that blue. Again, going for that layup. Really nice shot there. Used that blue as an in-off there. Bury now have the chance to lay up. Box 2, Abdi has pretty nice layup if he takes it up all the way over to the left of his box. His left. Potentially they might be looking to remove that red. They've got the space to try and either move the jack back or clip the red. Abdi would probably have to be the person to do that. He's probably looking more at a layup. If he can spring that red out to our left a little bit, then he will, but looks like they might just be going with Ben over in box 6 for the next shot. Yep, going to create a little bit of space with his suede ball there. A little bit long, really nice though if they're wanting to take that jack back, which I think they're going to look to do. Give themselves a safety net. They're not sending the jack back into space there, they've now got something behind it. Abdi's now going to play a defensive shot, seems. Just stop Leicester gaining any more points. He's got a really nice line up into that. Just come a little bit to our left there. It's not quite in the way of box 5. I think captain for Leicester, Neil, could probably get quite comfortably up the inside of that. Leicester looking really comfortable. Bury doing a great job though. Took that point back in the last end. Bury also have a team in the Super League, so their club as a whole is training really consistently together. They're doing really well to keep a couple of competition teams. Still looking to sort of create some space there. Ben potentially wants to play that slightly more defensive shot. Really, really nice shot there. Slightly come out off the red, but definitely getting themselves back into this end of that. Leicester now probably really, really pleased with the ball economy. 3 balls left. Really nice shot there from Neil. He's brought that jack just behind his red. Protected it a little bit from anything that Bury can do next. Easy just coming out to have a look at that. I think for them at this point it's just they need to get a blue in front of that first red. Really need to just plonk a ball on there. Stop Leicester gaining any more points over them. But they know now it's all or nothing at 8-1 at this point in end 5. Really nice shot from Izzy there. Nudged everything back slightly, but Leicester now 2 balls to finish this end. Leicester might take the conservative approach here and just stop. Neil's got a really nice line to knock that red firmly into the jack though. A little bit of a conversation. He's asked for the measure, that's a really good call. I mean, they've got 4 minutes to use here. Just confirming that score before they make a decision. Really, really good decision from him with this much time left. At this point, it probably means Neil's looking to stop playing if they're in for a point here. And if they're not, probably take that knock on, nudge that red into the jack. It's our 5th round of matches today. Athletes have played a lot of games, but everybody's looking really comfortable in this final actually. Jackie just getting in there to check. Really tight measure there. Equidistant balls for the 2nd time in this match, it seems. Really, really tight. 1 each at the moment. Leicester have the line should they wish to knock that red in and take the 1. Their obvious concern is that they slightly mistime it and knock the jack into those blues, but they're in a really comfortable position. Yeah, he's going to take this shot. Really unlucky there. Didn't quite get what he wanted out of that, but there's a line in there for that knock onto the red if they want. Again, just confirming the score before they make a decision. It's currently in for 1 red. Looks like they're going to take the decision. Yeah, that's it. They're not going to play any more balls. It's a conservative safe decision, 8-1 up at this point in the match. Really did well there to nudge that red in. It's 1 red for that end. Gives us 9-1 going into the last end. Leicester really, really done well there. Very much heading for promotion at this point. Good effort from Bury. They really managed to get themselves back into the game in that last end, and we are now into the minute for the last time. And we're now into end 6 of our final of the National League 2026, with our winner will be heading up to the Super League promotion. Last year our winners were Breakaways. Went up for promotion this year, have had a really good season in the Super League. Comfortable jack there from Bury, exactly what they were looking for. Pretty short jack, use that guideline in the tram lines there as a good target for them. Really nice first ball, I think probably the best they've had of this match, really, really nice. We've had a substitution as well. We've had a substitution in box 5 for Leicester. Looks like she's going to play first. She's got a really, really nice layup, or she can even put a bit of power on it, bring the jack back, and the red will probably go with it. For this point, Leicester, it's just about conserving the points they've got. Ball's just gone out there, a little bit too much power on it. Really need to be using that blue as a target. Just landing between the two would have done really nicely there. At this point, Leicester probably feeling very, very comfortable. Bury's still within, still within their comfort zone with that jack. They've still got all 3 players that can reach that distance, so hopefully they can really do themselves proud in this last end. Really, really nice ball there from Leicester. They've now created a really nice cushion for our player in box 5. She can just lay into between the jack on our left of the ball on the left of the jack for us, the red, and the jack gives her a little bit more space to aim at. Really, really nice shot there though. She's gone more for what she was aiming for with that first ball. a little bit more confident now there's a ball on the left for her to use as a cushion if she needs. Very out to have a look at this, not giving up without a fight. Yeah, really good captaincy there from Izzy. Just looking to talk to Ben, who's in box 6. Can he come up the straight line? Wedge the ball between the red on our left of the jack and the jack. Great shot there from Berry. That ball's actually suspended between the two. Really, really nice shot. Not sure he knew that was what that ball was going to do, but it's definitely got contact with the jack. Really, really nice shot there. Leicester now looking just to knock that ball down using that front red. Yeah, really nicely done. We know that blue's got contact. Likely the red is very, very close to the jack there. That ball's just slipping down slightly. Neil now just going to knock that red again, I think. Really, really nicely done. That blue is still not quite on the floor. Just grip into that red in the jack nicely. Neil did really well there, just to nudge that blue suede on the right of the screen up and out a little bit. Just a little bit far there from Leicester, but they know they're very comfortably within touching distance of winning this match. They've done really, really well there. That is Leicester Giraffes have finished playing. Berry out just to check the score there, but Leicester likely ready to celebrate. Berry still discussing what their best options are with their remaining 5 balls. They've done really well this end. Really done themselves proud in this last end, given coming into it 9-1. But they've definitely not given up without a fight. Berry really looking to capitalise on the fact they're in for points this end. Discussion as to leave the points as they are. Potentially very impressed that ball hasn't touched the ground yet. Don't touch it in case it does. Potentially feeling a little bit dejected, but it looks like they might keep playing. Be a shame for them to stop now. They played some really good boccia this end. Got themselves in a really good position to take this end.
Do you remember that drill? Yes. We had 2 balls together.
Try to get the...
Two red. Yeah.
Looks like they're going to take the point. Yeah, that's all those blue balls are not going to be played. Really, really good fight there from Berry. Just unlucky in those early ends when they just couldn't capitalise and couldn't block Leicester, but there we go, that's our 1 blue for that end. Really, really good match to watch and to commentate on, and that brings us to the conclusion of the National League 2026. Our final score here is 9 to Leicester and 2 to Berry, which means congratulations to Leicester Giraffes, who have been promoted into the Super League. Really, really unlucky in some of the moments there for Berry, who will remain in the National League next year. Hopefully we'll see them next season. And that also concludes the National League. So we are just waiting for the last 3 matches. We've got the bronze medal match on the court next door, as I mentioned. Still waiting for that to conclude. But we have our silver medalist with Berry and our gold medalist today, Leicester, and we'll see them in the Super League next year. Big thank you to Boccia England for a lovely season in the National League, and of course to Castle Farm Leisure Centre in Kenilworth hosting today, and all of the clubs that have entered the National League, whether that's just today or the whole season. Everybody's done themselves really proud, and we hopefully will have a few more teams and a bigger final day next year. Thank you very much, everybody.